The number one secret for differentiating your brand is to tie it to something bigger than you. Tie it to something bigger than the products you sell. Tie it to something bigger than the services you perform. Tie it to something bigger than your reputation or your revenue or your conversion rates or your ad spend or any of those things. You need to tie it to something that is doing something bigger for humanity. Welcome to the Maven Marketing Podcast. Today is Maven Monday. I am your host, Brandon Welch, and I'm here with Caleb. What kind of coffee are you drinking, Agee?
Today, I am drinking, this is Equip coffee from, Brazil.
Hey, does your coffee bring women out of poverty?
It does.
Mine does too.
Yes.
We are exclusively an Equip coffee shop, and that's a big deal for us because we are kind of coffee snobs around here, and there is so much good coffee in our city and so many people we love to support. Shout out to our friends at Architect for when we go out for coffee. But inside the walls of Frank and Maven, we are drinking Equip coffee because our good friends at Victory Mission use this product. They actually roast it in-house, and they package it, and they employ women who have previously been stuck in really bad situations. And they couldn't otherwise maybe, get jobs or get opportunities, and they create opportunities for people to actually package, deliver, ship this all over the world. And you, because you know that now, are probably going to order some at equipcoffee.com. Victory Mission in Springfield does some amazing work.
Yeah.
And I say that as a teaser for what's coming up in this episode.
That's right.
You've been warned.
That's right.
So this is the place where we help you eliminate waste in advertising, grow your business, and achieve the big dream. And today that big dream is going to get a little bigger because we're going to ask ourselves, how do we differentiate our brand? How do we differentiate our brand? Yeah,
I think it's really easy. The word on the street is there's no unique value proposition anymore. That's true.
Not one that lasts.
There's not one that's you could be on the cutting edge. You could be Apple making the iPod, but you got what, a year, 2 max that you've got, a music player that fits in your pocket.
The old language was USP. Well, and honestly, the iPod was never a unique selling proposition. It was just more beautiful, and they had higher values and higher standard. Go watch the Simon Sinek Start With Why video. It's one of the most famous TED Talks ever quipped. And but we're talking about differentiating your brand, and why would you want to do that? Obviously, we want you to be, and we hope you want to be, the most known, trusted, and liked person that does what you do in your market. That is what we do here at Frank and Maven. Yeah. For little tiny companies, little big giant companies, and everybody in between, and we want to teach you how to do the same. And so this is going to sound, the title made it sound like a marketing tactic, so we got you. The title was a marketing tactic.
Yes.
The content is a mission tactic.
That's right.
And tactic is actually the wrong word altogether.
Yeah, it's not.
This is an extension of your humanity and your soul.
Yes.
Into your business world. We hope.
Yeah.
It better be.
Yeah. And so foundationally, the first level of that starts with your mission. And we say vision, values, and vows here at Frank and Maven.
If you have spent 5 seconds around us, you know about vision, values, and vows, right? That is the starting place of all of our strategies. Who are you? What do you believe? How do you roll? What hill are you willing to die on? Like, what world are you creating for your customer? And so, my goodness, if you don't know that, stop this episode and go find the episodes that Nate's going to link to. There's 2 of them where we talk about how to create your strategy and then also how to build a business on values. Yeah. We did one with Dr. Rice, and it's just about the world you're creating. Here's a big secret. Simon Sinek and every neuroscientist has proven this and has said this is a foundation. People don't buy what you do; they buy why you do it.
That's right. You should go look at that Simon Sinek video.
You really should. Yeah. Nate's going to make it pop up on the screen right now.
There's a 5-minute version of it. If you're looking for the Spark Notes, the long version's good too, though.
It's like 12 minutes.
It's like it's maybe
Watch
17 at the most.
Watch the long version. But there's this thing inside of us as human beings. We are not thinking machines that sometimes feel. We are feeling machines that sometimes think. That is the takeaway of like why this all matters. Okay, and so people are constantly wanting to be fulfilled with some sort of purpose. Find me a person who doesn't have purpose, and I'll show you a miserable person. Find me a person who is in touch with some sort of purpose, and I will find you a mostly productive and healthy human.
Yeah, I just started the year with Man's Search for Meaning, Viktor Frankl.
Viktor Frankl.
You should read that book. First half of it will break your heart because it's about his recalling his time in the concentration camp. But he was a neuroscientist and a psychologist. And so he studied the brain and the mind, which is a crazy combination before he was ever in the concentration camps. And he already had a theory. He calls it, I believe, logos theory, which is basically the word or the meaning. And if you don't have meaning or purpose in what you do, that was the difference between essentially people who made it in the concentration camps and the people who didn't. And he would literally imagine his purpose. Like if you can find purpose even in suffering, then you will have a reason for that to be true.
Yes.
And you'll have a reason to carry on. And so
even when you have literally nothing, when every connection has been taken away from you, when you are down in the ashes of humanity, as he literally was in the worst way possible, your soul is still looking for some sort of purpose and meaning.
Yeah.
And so
we're diving.
Wow, that's deep.
We're diving really
that's not
deep,
the program notes,
really
Caleb.
deep into that.
Wow.
But it's fresh on my mind. And the reality is, you need to have a mission that your clients can believe in. Probably more importantly, that your team can believe in, and definitely that you believe in. And it can't be just something that you typed up 3 years ago and slapped on the wall or put in some memo somewhere. It needs to be something that is near and dear to your heart and comes out of your mouth often. And maybe it comes out of your mouth in different forms, but there's something about the reticular activator of consistently speaking it out loud and why you're here. Why did we come to work this week? What are we doing here? And when everybody understands that, all the other crud, like everybody knows there's a lot of things that come at you, right? That you're like, oh, this is not the kind of business, this is not the kind of work I wanted to do today, right?
Yes.
You're like, oh, I'm putting out this fire today. It gets you right back on track but it's helping entrepreneurs confidently grow their business without wasting money on advertising.
Yes, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
And so that's our bigger thing. A world where entrepreneurs can confidently grow without wasting money on advertising. That's the thing. I don't think Viktor was particularly a entrepreneur, but he said one of the most entrepreneurial things if you wanted to apply it in this direction, and it has way bigger uses.
Yeah.
Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, and that is to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way.
That's good.
And that's the essence of who we are as entrepreneurs. And we're gonna parlay that. We're gonna pivot that lightly over to the secret. The number one secret for differentiating your brand is to tie it to something bigger than you. Tie it to something bigger than the products you sell. Tie it to something bigger than the services you perform. Tie it to something bigger than your reputation or your revenue or your conversion rates or your ad spend or any of those things. You need to tie it to something that is doing something bigger for humanity. And hopefully that starts at a base level with your soul and what you feel like you're called to do. Hopefully you're in touch with that. If you're not, quit your job or sell your company because you're in the wrong business. That's if there's not some sort of seedling there. Yeah. And then we want to talk about that. What world are we creating for our customers? Not how many products we're going to sell. I always cringe when I hear companies' quote unquote mission statement is to be the biggest, XYZ seller of this in whatever region. And I'm like, that's not a mission. No, that's an outcome. That's a byproduct of doing things well. Yeah. That's not a mission. A mission is how your customer's life changes. But we're going to take that one step further. So hopefully you're already talking about that. And if you aren't, go back and look at the episodes where we do talk about that, or get you a copy of the Maven Marketer, which we're going to give away one here in just a moment. Talk about the causes you support. And I'm not just saying, we support this cause. It's talk about why. Talk about why it's near and dear to you. Yeah. And we're going to talk today about tying your brand to something bigger. Should be the outcome for your customers, but also the outcome for the world. And hopefully you're already doing this. Yeah. If you're not, go ahead and examine that heart of yours and say, why not? And go on a search and look for that thing. But I'm assuming everybody that listens to this podcast already does that. Yeah. But then we're going to integrate that cause, that charity, that church, that I don't care if it's a kid's football team. I don't care what it is.
Mhm.
Whatever you believe in that's bigger and more important than your silly sale today.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about how to integrate that into your messaging, to your customer experience, to your employee experience, and maybe even a little bit of your sales process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We have a disclaimer, though, don't we, Caleb?
Yeah. You can't fake it. That's the disclaimer. If you use this as a tactic, which is we talked about is not the right word for what we're about to talk about, people will smell your manipulation through a screen. They'll smell it in the room. You cannot.
For starters, if you do that, you suck.
Yeah, basically.
And don't suck.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't be that person, right? But second of all, you will suck and people will find you out. Right?
Yes.
Nobody would do that on this podcast.
Yeah.
Though. Nobody would do that. So we just say that for anybody who wouldn't do that, just so you know. That's how we roll.
Yeah. For everybody who's not listening to this.
But let's say that you support a cause, or many of them probably.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I do identify with the idea that the secret to giving is giving in secret.
Mm-hmm.
This is not about tooting our own horn. This is not about, getting the name on the building or getting the credibility for some donation we made. If you do, and that's your thing, and that's how you do that, fine. But what I'm talking about is not talking about how much you've contributed, but inviting your customers and using your business as a platform.
Yeah.
To tie to the bigger thing.
Yeah. A great quote I heard from, I think it was Chad Veach said, are you building a platform for you to stand on, or are you building a platform that others can stand on?
Goosebumps.
And so what we're trying to do is say, you're probably already supporting some sort of cause. We help support Victory Mission, and we've supported CASA here in town,
Mm-hmm.
which helps support kids in foster care to have an advocate essentially when they go to court. Yep. They're in a strange situation with their parents or guardians. They're living with, maybe a relative or a stranger. Yeah. And this CASA is the person that's like their anchor to who speaks on their behalf. And such a beautiful thing for kids in like the worst situations in life. And
scary stuff. Yeah.
And so we love to support them, but what we want to make sure we're doing is we're not using like, hey, we support CASA, and we just say that to say that.
Because there was like thumbs up, I support stuff too.
It's like that's not the idea.
Use your platform, use your influence, possibly your ad budget, to tell that story.
Yeah, and to help that cause get bigger or be more known. Yeah.
So we're going to go through like a bunch of different ways you can do this, and we'll go through these again, but maybe taking a percentage of your ad budget, doing an ad only about that cause. And people are going, whoa, this is a paid ad. Why are they, when are they going to talk about the product? Like they're waiting for the catch.
What's the catch? Yeah.
And it's like, you drop the mic, 30 seconds. If it's a TV ad, maybe it's a whole Facebook campaign. Maybe it's something, maybe it's an email. But all you're doing is taking that stage time. That is impactful because not only did you call attention to the thing and you gave, your dollars and cents to do that. The fact that like people secretly know that you paid money for that, like they somehow know that you put effort into that and you're a leader.
That's
you were starting a movement in that way. And some people will be inspired just by the gesture of doing it, right?
Well, and showing versus telling is like, I want to be a company that cares. Well, you could say that all day long, but when you show that, oh my goodness, people see it. Your team will love being proud of it, right?
Talk is cheap, but actions are irreplaceable.
So we're going to integrate this cause that you support so that we can elevate it to a different level, and we can help them grow because of our company growing.
Yes.
We have a platform. We have people talking that we're talking to in lots of different ways and shapes. So we're going to talk about how to integrate that. So Brandon just talked about that. One way to do that is just literally take a percentage of your ad budget. If you have TV or radio, or maybe you're running social ads or something like that, don't ask for a sale. Just shine a light on the cause you're talking about.
Yes.
Just say, we believe in this and you should too. And then tell them how to get to it.
If you're good at storytelling, do it in your voice. That would be really powerful.
Yeah.
If you aren't good at storytelling, or maybe you just don't have anything ready, they'll do it for you. They'll give you something.
Yeah.
Or call up somebody who is good at storytelling and help them do something with impact.
Yeah.
What if so? I'm talking about taking percentage of your ad budget for a month or put in rotation, and all you're doing is saying, yeah, you might have your logo up on the screen so they know you're actually a business owner and all that stuff. But especially if you're well known in your community, you're just saying, hey, I want to take a minute to talk to you about something that's really important to us here.
Mm-hmm.
And we hope that you can find some importance into it. And let's just say it was Equip Coffee. Right now, there are women who have never been given a chance. They were born into poverty. They were shackled by addiction, and nobody's ever looked them in the eye and said, you are worth something, and you have value, and there is a purpose for you, and there is work for you that is meaningful, and that exists in our community right now. And we think that's a tragedy. We think that's a generational curse on our city. And so we've got with our friends at Equip Coffee who are doing this amazing thing by giving women in poverty opportunities to do some really cool stuff, and they make awesome coffee. And we just want you to think about that for a second today. If you're buying coffee, you might think of Equip, and here's a QR code. You can support them too. They'll deliver it right to your door. Have a great day.
Yep.
That's it. That's your message. Like, that's Mr. Frank and Maven doing something if I were on TV or whatever. But yours could be St. Jude's. Yours could be
building orphanages.
It could be
anything. Could be anything.
There's not a bad
feeding
cause.
kids in Africa, clean water. It does not matter. It could be in your backyard. It could be across the world. Find that thing, and I hope you already have one. I hope you already have one. And the point would be, don't just make it your dollars that are going into this. Make it more than that. Make it a thing that people are aware of that's happening.
Yes.
Another thing you could do is spend an entire page on your website talking about this cause. You could call it out somewhere on your homepage or something and help people to get there. I would love to
see it on the homepage
very early. And
imagine the impact. Somebody's at your house, somebody's on your website looking for windows or roofing or legal services or whatever it is, and you say, hey, real quick, like put a big, bold, like almost sore thumb sticking out thing. Hey, real quick, we know you're looking for legal services, and we're really happy to help you with those things. But we just want to let you know about something really important. Right now, there are, insert the problem, women suffering in poverty, kids who are navigating the court system alone, people that have an impossible situation or whatever, and we support them here. If you'd like to help us support them too, click here, right? That would be just like a big standout thing on your homepage. That nobody does that, right? So the cause gets all kinds of attention, and then you also, by default, kind of get some immediate differentiation. People go, wow, these are people that do the things I'm passionate about too, right?
That's right.
So put it on your website. What's the third
Another would be in your email marketing. So you have your yesterday customers. What if instead of with your yesterday customers, you really shouldn't be asking for the sale all the time. That's just a truth of that media in general, or that type of customer.
Probably not if you're a local service.
You should be adding value to them or educating them more of things related to your thing. But what if you spend an entire email literally just directing them to the website to go donate or to explain the cause or to help shine a light on it?
Hey, Solid Roofing family, or hey, Window Source family, like you're calling your past customers. Hey, you're calling out to your tribe. And when we talk about yesterday customers, tribal inclusion, like tribal bond is what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Hey, tribe. Hey, friends. Hey, community, whatever. And just tell them about what you're doing and call them to action and say, we're asking for $5. If every one of our past customers gave $5, we could provide 10 court advocates for kids in the foster care system.
Yeah.
That's actually something we pretty much did. Like, that's a pretty solid math. Like 10, it was about $1,000 per year per advocate in CASA. And you're just using your platform. And like, how hard is that to do? Not hard.
Yeah.
How impactful is that? Real impactful, right? So what about if it's a birthday anniversary fundraiser? Say you're the well-known salesperson, or you're the well-known spokesperson or owner or founder or whatever. A lot of people do this, like put the little, oh, hey, for my birthday, I'm asking for donations to this. But what if you push that a little further? Push it into your network. Share it on LinkedIn. Maybe you drop it in an email. And you get really serious. I did this in like 12 hours and raised $3,000. Just because all the all the business people I've followed over the years, and they followed me back and all that stuff. I was just like, hey, this is important to me. I think my kids and I did a little video, and like people of influence, like if your job is to be connected to people, you have a platform, right?
That's right.
And so use it for something.
Yeah.
Um,
You could throw a big appreciation dinner. Be kind of like the party fundraiser, but you could make dinner or cater dinner for a bunch of people. The cause probably does something like that.
Yep.
But what if you did it with your network yourself? Because you have a unique sphere of influence that you could invite these people.
Yes.
Have them sell the tables, do it per plate.
Yes.
Or just take it donation only, do a raffle, do all the things that a nonprofit would do.
Yeah.
But do it yourself. Do it privately.
People are more likely to come to your thing because they know you, they like you, they might anticipate that it's more fun and isn't shoved full of like a big agenda. Nothing against big nonprofit dinners. We love them and support them. But like it's like, hey, it's not like so and so cause is having a thing and I got to get dressed up and it's a to-do. It's like, oh, I'm going to Caleb's house.
Yeah.
Or Caleb's throwing a party.
Yeah.
And Caleb's like, yeah, and I got the coolest band, and I got 3 really cool, dishes, a 3-course meal, and some good wine, or whatever you do. Mm-hmm. And people are like, that sounds fun. I can get down with that.
Yeah, let's go.
And then there's like a room of 20 people, but you're saying, hey, $100 a person, help me do something for this big thing. And it's fun. It's life-giving. It inspires other people. What a cool thing, right? Yeah. What if you took your Christmas gifts or your holiday gifts for your clients, or I even love this more, some random holiday that businesses don't normally participate in, Valentine's Day or 4th of July or something, and you say, hey, happy, Hanukkah.
Yeah,
or
happy
whatever.
Happy 4th of July. We're donating,
we just donated $5 on your behalf.
To the veterans.
To the
VFW or something like that.
Wounded Warriors.
Wounded Warriors, yeah.
There's so many good causes for that, right? What an inspirational thing. We just donated $5 on your behalf. If you want to help us give a little more, scan this QR code. Happy fireworks, right? Mm-hmm. We're going to do that, actually.
I like it.
We just did it.
Yeah.
We're going to do it. You've been warned. Okay. In your showroom, you got space. People are there. What if you did a corner or a big cardboard cutout thing and just donated a piece of your little real estate of a highly visible place to this cause?
Yeah. That'd be really cool.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I love that.
How about your vehicle wraps?
On the vehicle wraps, yeah.
How would you do that, Caleb?
Oh, I'd probably take a little bit. Obviously, your wrap's gonna have your logo and stuff, but what if the back was reserved for the cause?
Yep.
Right. Literally, as people are following you around, they're looking at what you believe in.
Scan here if you need your roof fixed. Scan here if you want to help us support women in poverty.
Yeah.
Or scan here if you want to heal hunger in the Ozarks. That's one of the things one of our roofers is doing, right?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be amazing.
And people are sitting, you probably encounter hundreds of people a week. Think about your platform, and all you have to do is choose to do it. This isn't costing you any more money. What else?
You can obviously buy a table at those normal fundraisers, right? And then invite your customers for free, or they can come or you could resell the tickets, or you can, you can fill tables, or that cause has a limited set of people that they're currently reaching.
Yes.
And if you're involved, you're in that limited set, that's great, but you also have that extra sphere that you can help them expand it into.
Yes. Some
people maybe that, maybe have the financial or the influential means to help that cause grow.
Yes.
And
So I think you just said it, that you're the Trojan horse. They wouldn't normally have paid attention to this thing, but because they know and like and trust you, you're walking them through the gates of skepticism, or I don't have time for that, and delivering them as a potential new contributor. Yeah.
What if you, I wouldn't brag about this or really even post it too much, but what if you took your whole team and closed the shop for a day?
Amazing.
And you went and volunteered and built houses, or cleaned something up, or whatever that is.
One step better. This would be doing it without saying, look at us, but saying, hey, we're going to take April 11th off and we're going to go serve this thing. Do you want to come with us? Sign up here. And then you're inviting them to do it with you, right?
That's great. Yeah.
Totally different deal, right? So, guys, here's the thing. if you believe you were put on this earth to make an impact, to do more than just sell things, but to make an impact. I believe I was.
I believe it.
And if you have influence because of the business you own, lead, or serve, and you do, if you are dealing with one customer today, you have influence. You have a huge opportunity and a huge platform with the customers you're already in front of to make an impact, right?
That's right.
So some of your people are going to participate and jump on. Others won't, but they will all leave inspired, and they will all leave pointed up and pointing towards some light that you are helping fuel.
Yeah.
And what a cool thing.
Yeah.
And the happy byproduct, if you wanted to tie this to marketing.
Yeah.
We're not gonna.
If you want the truth, even for us, this is sparked discussion in how we're going to do this better this year.
Yeah.
And so we're literally thinking about how can we help the things that we support grow more because of what we've been given.
So I'm gonna do something on that in that spirit.
Okay.
So the integration points we talked about, take a percentage of your ad budget and run an ad for them. Do something on your website. Do it in your email marketing. Donate to a cause on somebody's birthday or anniversary. Do a big appreciation dinner. Make donations for your Christmas or holiday gifts. Make a display in your showroom. Put a QR code or some sort of call out on your vehicle wraps. Invite your customers to the fundraisers or whatever that you're already participating in. The first person who does something or just commits to something and says, hey, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to send you a hard copy of the Maven Marketer, and we're going to send you a big old bag of Equip coffee straight to your door on us. And you know what? We're going to put the link to Equip Coffee. If you want to drink coffee that pulls women out of poverty, help us support them because they're amazing.
Right.
And
it's good coffee too.
Coffee snob here. I'm telling you, it's really good stuff.
Yeah, we make a lot of it.
We're drinking the Brazil right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should say this. They source their beans from another really, really well-known and really high-quality coffee shop here. It's actually it would be considered the snooty coffee shop in town. Same beans, same place, same people that roast them. They just like
white label,
wholesale them, and
wholesale.
It's good stuff. I'm not gonna give away their secrets, but it's really like a lot of times you think by going a little bit more the nonprofit route, you're getting a little less quality. Not the case, right? So, hey. Go make a difference in the world. Go use your platform. It's cool, and it's going to help us all achieve the big dream, right? We'll be back here every Monday answering your real-life marketing questions because marketers who cannot teach you why
are just a fancy lie.
Have a great week.